Hello everyone. I I came today and I've been thinking and analyzing what am I going to do with my YouTube channel? Where am I going to go? I've been planning the shows that I've been doing. I've been writing down everything. I have a list and things like that. Well, before anything, I'm sorry I might be a mess. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I came home and I started meditating, and I had an unexpected visitor, but I was just like in my flow and I just kind of fell asleep. I woke up at 10 and I couldn't sleep no more. Why am I fucking talking about suffering? Because our feelings and our emotions are the things that unknowingly kind of like inspire our days and make us flow through life, you know. um Growing up, I didn't have my mom and my dad, so the people that are blessed to have mom and dad together for them, I'm very happy for you guys, because you guys have like mom and dad to be there. Myself, another thing that I noticed about me being a mom, I didn't actually tell my kids how to behave or what was right or what was wrong. So it's like I always had the assumption that my kids will know better just by seeing and observing, because that was my mode mechanism, how I function. I see something, if it's wrong, I try to do the opposite, because I try to put myself in people's shoes. And like today, it was like a little bit of trigger because I work, but I kind of like just let it go, and I said, let it be. I don't even answer to people sometimes because they be sending petty messages, and I'm like, okay, you know the answer to that. I mean, trust me, sometimes people know the answer to stuff. We just kind of need to say our own last word, because I'm like that too. So it's like, I don't know what I have in my shirt, but I keep on looking at it. Anyways, doesn't even matter. So I was born into like not having my mom and my dad. There was a war going on in El Salvador. I was like, kind of felt like negative. My mom was sick in her leg. She had like the same problem that I had too. And I even realized that, she was an overthinker too. She was a very sensitive soul. The lady that raised me, basically, because she wasn't my mom. Her name was Gladys. And she was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. So all my life, I kind of felt like lonely and shit. And I noticed everything growing up. Everything. And I did stuff on my own. I was very independent. When I went to school, I used to think like, why are people so slow? Why they don't get it? But I just kind of kept thoughts in my head because I didn't want to make nobody feel bad. I've always had in my mind, and that has been my motto my whole life. Before you say something, think about it if you would like somebody to say that to you. Because, I'm very sentimental. So yeah, I would like notice everything. They would call me crybaby and I would cry. But I don't know, and I felt my life I was like a roller coaster of emotions and suffering and crying and seeing so much stuff and pain, war. I seen people decapitated. I seen people like being mean. I lived the war like my whole life. I came here when I was 13, and my life way here was kind of like confusion because I never had a mom, and I ended up getting a stepmom, which she was cool and really, really cool. But I couldn't even talk to people. Like, I had, my whole life, I have had like a horrible experience of connecting with people. If anything, I like talking to older people, maybe because I was raised by my grandmas. Because people always tell me, oh, you seek wisdom. I was like, what? No, I didn't get it, And I didn't get it. I really didn't talk to too many people growing up. I just kind of like observed everything and kept everything inside my head, and questioned a lot of things, why my mom wasn't around, why my dad wasn't around, why things happened the way they happened. Then once I came here, my dad got separated from my stepmom. I kind of felt responsible for that. I never said that, but my dad told me that it wasn't my fault. But that was just me being sentimental, maybe, and feelings and shit. And life changed. My dad made me very independent. You know, he kind of like told me, here's the clock. School's right there in front of the house. If you want to go to school, you go to school. He would leave every day at 5. He was very responsible, and I kind of did things on my own. I like fed myself and showered myself because I had to. And, you know, then he got married with my new stepmom. It was so different because I don't know if it was nationality wise. I was Salvadorian. She was Mexican. She was young too. And I was just happy for my dad to be happy because, you know, I was like, he couldn't be happy with the previous person, but I want him to be happy, you know? I kind of didn't get into it, into his life. When I was 18, my mentality at 15, I went to school every single day. I never missed a day of school in high school. I didn't like missing school. I like school because it kept me entertained because I've always been an overthinker. I always like learning. And yeah, I actually had good grades in high school. I was the kind of kid that I was dressed all in black, you know, wear black makeup, gothic. I like wearing gloves, um, all black makeup and shit, and listen to Nirvana, listen to Marilyn Manson, listen to all those weird shit, the Cranberry System of a Down, and Nirvana was like my favorite rock band because I used to think like, fuck, like he's so fucking amazing. And I used to have like some kind of suicidal thoughts. So yeah, that was kind of like my mentality. Very fucking negative, all fucking confused. My friends would go to my house after because I live close to school, like I said, in front of the school. So um at 15 I had like my first crush on a neighbor, and he was just like whatever's, you know. Then I had a crush on the father of my kids, and you know, he paid attention to me, which turned into a learning new experiences in life, you know, because um I hadn't experienced life itself, you know, and I was kind of like very naive. I always seen like the good in people all my life. All my life. I always try to like give people the benefit of the doubt, and you know, and I ended up in a relationship of 12 years of like control, and like anything his family said I would do. I will help people. I felt I always wanted to help people, but I felt like I lost myself in that relationship because I wanted so badly to be loved. I ended up having 2 kids, and whenever we had problems, I kind of like figure out how to deal with them, or like, you know, stuff like that. And I kind of believe in 50-50. We work together, you know, we will pay the bills half and half. And when I will get, you know, I don't know, I always believe in equality. So I didn't mind helping him. And um my life was kind of like a little awkward because I will say I lost myself. The only thing I did was my kids, work, and my kids. I didn't do nothing for me. I ended up gaining weight. I ended up weighing 335 pounds. So I was just like in a roller coaster of suffering and suffering and suffering. I also live in silence, you know, 12 years of domestic violence. You know, I actually got the signs at the beginning of the relationship that, you know, he liked hitting girls, and I kind of knew it. And his family would tell me that I was just blinded to the fact that I thought I could change him. I always used to think like that, you know, I could change people. I could change people. No. No, 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 no. You cannot change people. After him, I met someone that, you know, he told me, he's like, you want to help everybody, but you don't even help yourself? Wow, that hit me in the face. I was like, what the fuck? So true though. So, you know, that's why he was my friend, you know, for 2 years. And then once I started noticing that he was like not really the person that I thought he was, I just kind of like let him go, and I stopped allowing myself to continue getting hurt, you know? I've noticed that when people want to change, You know, the last time he came over to me, he tried to sweet talk to me and tell me, oh, I miss you, I miss our times, and you know, this and that, and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, you know, I'm gonna tell you something you told me a long time ago. I told him, I've learned that, you know, people change when they want to. You cannot make, you know, somebody go to drink water if they don't want to drink the water, even if it's in front of them. And I'm like, and I'm grateful that you miss me and you still see me as that person. But when I spoke my heart to you and I told you exactly how I felt about you, it was in reciprocation. And I don't do, you know, one girl, two girls, three girls, or one day you talk to me, or another day you talk to me, or I don't do that. You know, I'm loyal at my heart. You know, with my ex, even though it was kind of weird for 12 years, I loved him. I did love him. You know, he lost me because of, first of all, because, you know, the mental abuse, mostly because I didn't feel like pretty or cute. I didn't feel value. I felt lonely. I felt stupid every single day. And it was like that reinforcement every single day. Like, you don't know how to drive. You don't know how to do shit on your own. You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do that. You're so stupid. And it was just that mental feeding every day, you know? So it was just hard. And I've just been analyzing my life for so many years. Like today he came and he told Sasha, oh, you know, they're screaming at you. I don't want to scream at nobody no more. You know, I try to give people so much understanding now and so much patience because I've been the person that have been humiliated. I've been the person that have been treated wrong. I have been the person that have been treated stupid. I have been the person that has been naive. And growing up, you know, my favorite motto was Nirvana. And in the back of my room, I had something that said, I hate myself and I want to die. So that was kind of like my mentality growing up, you know. For me to be able to make that video yesterday about balance basically put me into the position to think that the reason I'm making my YouTube channel it's because I had so much emotional distress my whole life, so much suffering and, you know, no inspiration, not even in my own self or self-love, that I want to remind everyone how beautiful you guys are. You know, your life does not shape you. Your life does not, your suffering or your experiences you've been through life does not make you who you are. You know, you just kind of like, once you start like asking, why is this happening to me? Like, what is this trying to teach me? That's the day that you take your power back. You know, that's the day that you say, I don't want to suffer no more. You know, after I experienced, you know, my ex and then another guy that, you know, really didn't appreciate me, I talked to a lot of people after that because I guess, you know, after I lost my way, guys thought I was cute. And I didn't see myself like that. I would get invited to go to hotels and just smoke weed. And I was like, the fuck? No. Even before that, I did. But I just never got it. Or I never taken people's invitations about that part. I've never been like that. No. When I would like meet a guy, I was so fucking funny that I would take two girlfriends and be like, they're gonna smoke us out. They're gonna be cool people. They're pothead friends, and let's go. And they would be like, oh yeah, the more the merrier. My friends are just like me. We are grounded. We are like, we respect ourselves, and it was just about smoking weed, having good vibes, and keep on flowing, you know. And I've always been like that. You know, I started like thinking, okay, what do I need to do to remove all this numbing I was doing to myself? What do I need to do so I won't cry no more? What do I need to do so I won't suffer anymore? What do I need to do so I won't be that naive person that I, you know, that I was? And being naive is okay, you know, because you see the beauty in people. You kind of see the duality in people, like the good and the bad, and that's the way that I see it, you know. So It started with basically, like I said, me working out, being able to lose the weight, being able to release my stress. That helped me out a lot. Working out every day helped me out. Then after that, when I got the separation, um, because of the trauma, I also seek for counseling. That helped me too. My kids are also seeking counseling for the domestic violence. So that was another, tool that also helped me. And then the last thing that I will say that kind of, no, there's two last things that kind of helped me was meditation. You know, meditation kind of calmed my mind and put my soul, my body, and everything together. So that's why I could say that yesterday, I feel balanced, and I feel balanced in my whole life because now I could like understand that I am a fucking sensitive person. I am an empath. Many people might not know what that means, but look into it. If you're super extra sensitive and you feel a lot of vibes, maybe it's not even you. You get other people's vibes. When you're an empath, you actually end up picking up on other people's feelings. And that's why you're so extra sensitive. Like, the people that call crybaby, I see like so many movies about crybabies and about feelings. I'm a romantic at heart. My favorite movie is The Notebook. That should give you an idea how romantic I am and how much I trust and believe in love. And so, I just kind of see the good in people. I said to myself, I'm tired of suffering, and once I found meditation, I just didn't stop because I've given meditation the same meditations I did to myself to maybe 3 or 4 people, and I'm gonna ask them, "How's your day? How you doing?" They're like, "Oh, good." And I'm like, "Did you meditate?" I'm all excited asking, and then people are like, "Oh, it's been busy, but I try 1, 2, 3 days, and yeah." And I'm just like, "Okay, I'm happy for you though. Whenever you're ready, I'll send you the rest because it's like 7 of them." And it's like a 21-day process, but you know that's what I've noticed. Mostly people don't have that discipline to do everything every single day, like work out, or like not to eat something, or not to drink, or not to smoke weed. And even my weed intake, I even learned to balance, and I detox myself, and I basically prove myself every single day that I'm the person in charge. I'm the one that is taking my power back. And most of the time we think, oh, I'm weak. Fuck no. We're fucking smart. We're fucking intelligent. And it's not school smart. It's not street smart. What's the whole point of being street smart? So you could hustle people? Think about this. The vibes that you put out is what you're gonna get. When you use people, um, unknowingly, you'll get used one day and you won't even expect it. And it's sad, but to each his own. I stay in my lane. That's why most of the time I kind of stay in my lane. I'd like, even my daughter tells me, "Mom, you don't have friends." That's okay. You see my fingers? I think I could only call friends maybe like 3 people. And, you know, maybe 4. And, you know, I had people that like, even my kids will tell me, "Oh, Mom, you think your friends don't judge you?" And if they judge me, it's okay. I realized that we stop judging people when we stop judging ourselves. So, and if they judge me, it's okay. Some shit I do need to be told because I don't see it myself, so I'm okay with that too. So, whenever you feel you're ready, to start finding how beautiful you are and start accepting yourself, the good, the bad, the evil, and stop suffering, you know, I'm here. Check out all my other videos. They may not make sense, and I'm just trying to put it in a way that they do make sense to people because my mind has gone to seeing, the right now into more like a spiritual kind of level. And if you don't know what spirituality means, I'm also gonna make a video about that too. Spirituality basically make me happy, and it's not based on religion. Spirituality is based on self-love, self-empowerment, and self-understanding. I wouldn't be able to make these videos if I didn't believe in myself. And I know that it's going to go to the right people. So whenever you feel you're ready to stop suffering, stop suffering. And you want to find that control and the balance inside your mind, and you have the discipline, like honestly, the discipline to see and accept and love yourself just the way you are, hit me up. I'm here. Just like you guys, I've been there. Thousand voices inside my head. Overcame a vasculitis, overthinking, analyzing problem. Huh, you want to talk about overthinking? I know. You see this scar? This one right here? This is my daily reminder, also. On top of the scars that I have in my leg, this was like a big, big lump thing that I had right here. They had to open it, and I used to go for 5 days to my doctor, so they could remove out all the pus I had inside of me. When it comes to overthinking and stress, and I was the master. And I'm just grateful to say that I'm here standing, and that I could learn and teach others to process their feelings, and basically to control that emotional distress that we go through every single day, you know? So, sending you guys much love, light, and peace. I show my scars because just like you guys, I believe in you guys. And just like I heal, I know we will all heal. Sending much love, light, and peace.